Shalom, shalom. This is Wanda. This is Diasporan Connect. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Wanda. I have born and raised in America, repatriated to Mama Africa July 2020, and this year it's going on 4 years that I've been living in Tanzania, specifically Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And all is well, all is well, all is well. Thank you to my faithful subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. I want to say welcome in the room. Welcome to my channel. So I decided to do a video today. I'm trying to be more consistent with doing videos because I'm trying to get the watch hours up. I'm very close to being monetized, but I'm still needing to go ahead and bring out some videos. Today, I really was not sure about what I wanted to talk about, what was on my mind. Yeah, I just wanted to have you to lay eyes on me, have you to see that all is well. I'm still loving Africa, still living my best life, doing me. I'm doing me, y'all. I'm doing me. Doing me does not mean that all is perfect, that it is without challenges and issues. You do know leaving America, repatriating to Africa is it's like a different Africa, especially specifically, yeah, Africa and Tanzania. It's like a different world. It's so different from America, totally different. And just because people see me and they see my life and I look happy and look like I'm thriving and this and that does not mean it's without its challenges, does not mean that it doesn't take time to adjust here. The adjustments here, you know, it's easier for some than it is for others. I know a lot of people come here from the West, and a lot of people look for um, wanting to live a life here like you do in the West. You will be sadly disappointed if you think you're going to come to Africa and live the same type of life that you live in the West. Uh, Even if you have all the same amenities like air condition, you know, constant internet, water, etc., you're still going to experience some culture shocks and cultural differences, just structural differences, unpaved roads and lights out sometimes. Even if you have a generator, you're going to experience some difficulties or some challenges, I would say, to what you're used to in all the conveniences that you're accustomed to having living in the West, living in America, or any Western country for that matter. So, you know, what I wanted to say today is make sure that you are realistic in your expectations when you come here. It is not, I repeat, it is not like America. Business is not done here like it's done in America. Communication is not like here like it is in America. Also, specifically because the main language here is not English, it's Swahili. So, you may have some challenges with that in communicating with people. Even if you live in international areas, you may have some challenges with the communication piece. So these are things that we as diaspora coming over into Africa, and specifically countries that are not English speaking first language countries, specifically like Tanzania, you have a communication barrier at times, even if you live in an international area. If you're riding around, if you're riding in Bajajis and Bodas and Ubers, you're going to have a communication barrier there. Even if you drive your own vehicle, you're going to, maybe stop, by the police. The communication may be not, English may not be, clearly understood between you and the officer or the police officer or the traffic person that stops you. So there is going to be a language barrier. There are cultural barriers as well. And then also, this is a patriarchal society, that male-dominated society. So you must know that as a woman living over here from the West, whether you're married or single, you must know that the dynamic the culture, the gender. There is a gender difference here. Women usually do certain things; they have certain roles, and then the men do. So there are some things that you will have to adjust to as a person born and raised in America coming over. I'm adjusting. There have been some challenges that I have faced, but none that I have not been able to overcome. I am an overcomer, you guys. I'm an overcomer. Have a really strong spirit. It's very difficult to break my spirit. So I always try to look at the positive side of things. There's always going to be a negative side to moving to Africa, and then there's a positive side. Me or you, it depends on your perspective. Is the cup half empty or half full? So I tend to look at the positive aspects in life all the way around. So yes, you have the negative, and I always try to find a way around it. That's one thing that the West did teach me, or living in America did teach us, is ways around obstacles. So you have one obstacle in your way, it's always a ways around it. It's one way to do it. Some people look at it as only one way to do things, but we know, living in the West, you always have to figure out other ways. Like older people would say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. So you have to look for ways around an obstacle. So, for example, if you come here and you want to do business, or uh, and you have business specifically, and you have an idea idea about a business. So you get here and you live around you live in the country, and go around the communities and in the environment, and you realize that your business won't really fit into the culture or how things are done here. Then you have to find ways around it, different ways that you could, structure your business around the environment. So anyone that does business here, you will realize that the environment and the business environment here won't change to adjust to your perspective of how you want to do business. You have to adjust your business around what everything that's going on here in whatever country you decide to go into. See how business functions, see how they do business, see how businesses are operated, and how businesses are set up, and however they do it, you have to adjust to the way they do things. If there is an obstacle, you just have to think outside of the box and how you can get things set up the way that is most comfortable for you, or the way that you can manage. So it's all about your thinking and how you can adjust your mindset and your lifestyle to fit in with the culture here and the way that they do business here. So you have to be flexible. You have to be open in your mind. You can't be rigid and strict about how you want to do things. I can only do things this way, and if I can't get it done this way, then it's the highway or it's no way. That's not going to work trying to do business or even live in an African country, because you have to adjust. You're coming into an environment or a country that's already set up. So you have to come into this environment, learn it, and adjust to how life is here, how to live here, how to function here, how to do business here. You have to adjust. You have to change your mindset and your perspective. You can't come here and try to change what's going on here. You can offer advice to try to improve the certain areas of that specifically that you're involved in. But to come over here and think that you're going to change the way business is done here, the way people function and operate here, you're not going to be able to do that. So just make sure you have the right mindset when you do decide that you want to repatriate from the West and come back to Mama Africa. No matter which country you decide that you want to repatriate to, you are going to have to come to terms in your mind that you have to adjust to the culture, the climate, the environment, the country, whichever country you decide you want to go to. You will have to adjust. You will have to assimilate. A lot of people feel like, I don't want to assimilate. I don't want to lose who I am. But, whatever, you're not losing who you are when you're coming as a foreigner, because they still we're considered foreigners, even though we are African Americans or of African descent. We're considered foreigners in these different countries that we leave American country because we were born and raised in America. We have that passport, so you're traveling on that passport. You're considered a foreigner, and you come into these countries, so you must adjust as a foreigner to how they do things in these specific countries, even on the continent. You can't come over here with your ideas, your values, or whatever, and try to force them off on other people and expect them to cater to you or adjust to what you're used to. It don't work like that. So you have to be open in your mind. It's good to know this before you decide that you do want to come back and repatriate to Africa. You have to adjust. You have to change your mind. You have to adjust to the environment. You may have to assimilate. If you decide you want to come to a country where they dress a certain way, culturally, if there are Muslims in that country you decide to go to, you may have to adjust. You can't come over to that country dressing like you from the West, tight, naked clothes as a woman, showing your body, and you're in a modest Muslim, Christian, whatever country that they don't dress like that. So you just have to look for the country that fits into your lifestyle and what the type of person you are. So yeah, I just wanted to give those kind of pointers or tips on things that you need to consider when you want to repatriate to Africa and come to the motherland. And a lot of the changes can start in your mind when you're in the West and you're thinking about certain countries and you're doing your research. Make sure that your mindset is open. You're open in your mind to change, to adjust. You're okay with that, to even assimilate in a way to the culture or the environment, just to feel comfortable and not feel like an outsider or a foreigner everywhere you go. You want to feel more accepted, especially if you want to assimilate or you want to repatriate to that specific country. You want to feel like when you go outdoors and you're moving around in that country that you uh, are a part of that country. You're adjusting, you're assimilating into that country. So you may have to make some adjustments in your thinking and in your address, your attire. No one is going to treat you special because you're from the West. No one is going to cater to you because you're from the West. That's a bit of an entitlement attitude. You feel entitled that because you're from the West, they're supposed to treat you a certain way because you supposedly have money. They're supposed to treat you special. That don't work here. It's not. Yeah, they will treat you special in that they will try to overcharge you or swindle you out your money or beat you out your money. That's the most of an adjustment or entitlement. That is the most you're going to get. Yeah, they're going to be nice because they want your money, not that because you have money you're so entitled and they're going to treat you so special. It don't work like that. Not for those of African descent. So it's a mind adjustment that you have to make. Now, if you are so rigid in your mind and you can't adjust your thinking and your life to fit in, then Africa may not be for you. You may need to stay in a Western country, America, Europe, wherever, where you feel more comfortable, where you have your conveniences and you don't have to change. You don't have to change your stinking thinking, as Go Black to Africa would say. Change your stinking thinking. You have to adjust to where you want to come and not impose your thoughts and ideas off on other people, because control and manipulation is not going to work for you over in Africa. Control and manipulation is not going to work. You can't control people. You can't manipulate people to do what you want. Now, you can offer money and they will do some things for you, but that's not a guarantee that you have loyalty from these people. They want money. Okay. So yeah, just wanted to do this video and also say that your thinking, you have to change your thinking and your mindset. So when you want to come over here, and you're back in the West and you're, planning and preparing to come. So your research should not only consist of you researching which country you would feel more comfortable living in, but you have to start changing your mindset about a lot of things that we were taught in the West that, um, basically all of us have some form of toxicity in us. You must heal. You must do the inner work and heal your inner wounds that are deep within your heart, within you, that even whether you know about them or not. A lot of times when you get over here in Africa, Africa will reveal and pull back the curtains on the state of your heart. It will reveal your broken places, and you must do the work. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. You must do the inner work in your healing of your inner wounds. So basically, we from America, PTSS, post-traumatic slave syndrome. We have a lot of toxicity, hurts, brokenness within us. We have a lot of that. We have to do the work. You have to do the work. Nobody's going to do the work for you. Look within. Whatever pray, ask the Father, the Almighty, Abba Yah, Abba Father, the Holy One of Israel. Ask Him to reveal the hidden things of your heart and pull back the curtains so He can reveal the hidden things that you can get healed from, that you need to heal from. So when you come over here, you won't bring your toxic behavior over to the continent and display it before all the locals, and they see you and they say, oh, okay, yeah, those are African Americans, because they always come over here with their toxic behaviors. So work on your toxicity before you come, or when you come. Look within, not without pointing fingers at other people because you're not satisfied and because you're frustrated. Look within, point those, like they say, when you point one finger at other people, you got one pointing back at you. So the finger is like this. Other people know, look at this one that's pointing back at you. Look within. Stop blaming other people for your broken toxicity and look within. Deal with your traumas and your childhood issues, whatever you got in, and get healed. And then you'll be more productive, a more productive individual. You'll be able to seamlessly integrate into this society and not bring your toxic behavior raging on the locals here or in any other African country. Deal with your own self first before you can try to change or deal with other people outside of yourself. Okay, so these are just some tips and pointers for those who are interested in repatriating to Mama Africa. Deal with yourself. Work on yourself before you come over to Africa and bring your toxicity over here, spewing your issues and your toxicity out into the, community. Don't do that. As African Americans, it would give all of us a bad name. So work on yourself, do the inner work, the inner healing, whatever you need to do. Take time, be by yourself, pray, whatever you need to do, but work on you. So I'm going to end this video. I just wanted to come to you with some tips and pointers for those who are interested in repatriating to Mama Africa from the West. We must work on ourselves, do the self work, and not, depending on others to outside of you, blaming others outside of you. Do the inside work. So when you come over here, you have the right spirit, you have the right mind, and you'll be able to assimilate, do business, work with other people, adjust to the culture and the environment, and be a welcoming visitor or guest or foreigner in another land. Thank you. Salama, shalom, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Thumbs up. Trying to get monetized, y'all. I'm very close, so I would appreciate all the love, and thank you for taking the time to view my content, my channel, and my video. So see you guys in the next video. Shalom.